You check your phone again, no new messages. It's fine, they're probably busy. You lock your screen, 2 minutes later, you check again. Still nothing. Maybe they didn't see it. That's what you tell yourself, because that feels better than the truth. Now let's pause, because while you're thinking all this, something else is happening on the other side. They saw your message, not just saw it, they read it. And their first thought was simple: I'll reply later. Sounds harmless, right? But here's where it changes. Later doesn't mean later. It means not important enough right now. You're sitting there thinking, they must be busy. They'll reply when they're free. They always reply eventually. But on their side, they're scrolling, watching videos, replying to other people, laughing at memes, living their day. And your message? It's just sitting there, waiting. They see your name again in their chat list. They think, I should reply. But they don't. Not because they hate you. Not because they're trying to hurt you. But because there's no urgency, no emotional pull, no reason strong enough to stop what they're doing. Now here's the part that hurts. You think, if they were ignoring me, I would know. But that's not how it works. Ignoring today doesn't look like silence. It looks like delayed replies, short answers, broken conversations. They reply just enough to keep things alive. But not enough to move anything forward. You send, hey, how was your day? They reply hours later, good. That's it. And you sit there thinking, maybe they're just tired. Maybe they're not a texter. Maybe I'm overthinking. But deep down, you feel it. Something is off. Because when someone is genuinely interested, their behavior is different. They don't just reply, they engage, they ask, they continue the conversation. But here, you're carrying it. Every time you ask, they answer. Silence. You ask again. They reply. Silence again. And slowly, without realizing it, you become the one trying. Let's flip the perspective. They open your message, they read it, and their thought is, I don't feel like talking right now. Not because of you specifically, but because talking to you feels like effort. That's the difference. When someone enjoys talking to you, it feels easy. When they don't, it feels like work. So they delay, they shorten replies, they avoid deeper conversations. And you adjust. You start sending shorter messages. You stop double texting. You wait longer before replying. You try to match their energy. But nothing changes, because the problem isn't your behavior, it's their interest. And this is where most people get stuck. You think, if I just say the right thing, if I don't seem needy, if I play it cool, then they'll change. But they don't. Because interest isn't created by strategy, it's revealed by behavior. Now here's the truth most people don't want to accept. You're not being ignored completely. You're being ignored selectively. They respond when it's convenient, when they're bored, when they have nothing else going on. But when life is happening, you disappear from their priorities. And the worst part? They don't even realize they're doing it. To them, it's normal. To you, it's confusing, because you're giving attention and getting fragments back. Let's go deeper. Think about someone you actually enjoy talking to. When they text you, you notice, you feel it. You respond without overthinking. Now compare that to someone you're not that interested in. You see their message. You think, I'll reply later. And sometimes you don't. That's exactly what's happening. Not because you're not good enough, not because you said something wrong, but because you're not their priority. And that's a hard truth, but it's also a freeing one. Because once you see it, you stop chasing. You stop trying to decode every reply. You stop waiting for notifications. You stop blaming yourself. And you start observing. You notice patterns. You notice effort. You notice consistency. Because real interest doesn't confuse you. It shows up clearly, repeatedly, naturally, not in mixed signals, not in delayed replies, not in half conversations. So if you feel like something is off, trust that. If you feel like you're the only one trying, you probably are. And if someone only talks to you when it's convenient, that's not connection, that's availability. You deserve more than that. And here's the final truth. The moment you stop chasing their attention, you'll start seeing their behavior clearly. No more guessing, no more overthinking, no more confusion, just clarity. Most people don't realize this, but being ignored doesn't always look like silence. Sometimes, it looks like just enough attention to keep you there. And once you see that, you can't unsee it.